So hey besties, I was in the supermarket and I went on ahead and found some blue crabs. Now blue crabs is not something that I find often where I live at, so I had to go ahead and get them. Now either for me, blue crabs is either going to be fried or it's going to be butter and garlic, and I didn't know exactly how I was going when I first got them, but we decided to go with butter and garlic, and then I decided to just go ahead and do it like I would do a seafood bake. Now normally when you're doing a seafood bake, they do boil the potatoes, but I wanted to switch it up and do a little something different. I wanted to roast my potatoes, so I went on ahead and got a little bit of red potatoes. I added a little bit of olive oil to them after I cleaned them off, and I just seasoned them down with my preference of seasoning: garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, parsley, Tony seasoning. And before we continue, make sure you follow your girl on all social media platforms they posted above. After I got them potatoes seasoned to my liking, I went on ahead and put those in the oven so they can roast. Now it was time to work on my seafood. I did have a few extra lobster tails hanging around, so I decided we're going to go ahead, clean those up, clean up our blue crabs, and then we're just going to go ahead and get in a pan so that it can go in the oven to steam. But first we had to season them down real good, so we're going to go ahead with some seafood seasoning. You're going to go ahead and add you a little bit of lemon pepper, not too much. You don't want it too salty. You got to go ahead and add you that onion powder, garlic powder, because I feel like you can't have one, you got to have both. We're definitely going to go ahead and add some Tony seasoning to that because we fancy just like that. After you get that Tony seasoning in there, we are definitely going to go ahead and add just a little bit of Old Bay, not too much, just a little bit. You want it to have some flavor but not too salty. After I got my Old Bay in there, I had to add me my smoked paprika. Y'all know every time I cook, I put me a little bit of smoked paprika on there. Got me that smoked paprika on there, and then it was time to go ahead and add that parsley. Parsley is just because we fancy. I see the people on the TV, the fancy people, they add parsley, so I'm gonna add me some parsley too. After I got my parsley on there, it was time to go ahead and add my fresh garlic, and yes, I'm gonna use powder and fresh. I just like garlic, so when I'm doing seafood and I feel like garlic and seafood go together, it's always going to be extra garlicky. Got my fresh garlic in there, and now it was time to go ahead and add me some butter. You're going to use unsalted butter because your seasoning got enough salt in it. You don't need to add salted butter to this as well. After I got my butter spread all over my pan, I'm going to go ahead and add me just a few pieces of lemon. We're just going to randomly place them wherever you like. Sliced up some lemon, and then it was time to make sure I had my oven on 350 degrees so I could bring it up to temperature and put that in there to steam. Once it was done, it looked just like this. I went on ahead and added some corn on the cob. I also boiled the egg as well because I feel like you gotta have the egg. Went on ahead and made my sauce, and I done showed y'all how to make this sauce already, so y'all already know what to do. Poured that sauce right on top, and this was how it came out. When I tell you this was absolutely delicious, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. And it was so quick and easy, and honestly, I like having the potatoes in a seafood bake now roasted rather than boiled. It gives it a nice crunch, and I just think it makes all of the difference. This was the end result, guys, and it was time to go ahead and eat. And would I make this again? Absolutely. Flavor 10 out of 10. Everything absolutely delicious. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with your girl. Bye, y'all.